Welcome back, everybody. Just getting an aerial view of the city. Haven't added many new buildings yet. We've got to do a few of those. But I am going to jump right in today. And I think in the last episode, which actually was not that long ago, hopefully. Oh, did I make it? I made it. Wow. So in the last episode, we worked on a few of these houses over here. And I planned on doing some more. So I think today, I'm going to start by building this house, and then we'll take a look at it. I'm going to have to add in a road here, so it's going to be a tinier house. And then I'm going to have to move my enchanting table and my iron golems, all those out of here. I don't know where they're going to go. I'll just let them scatter and wander to the wind. I'm going to I need to add in an enchanting room building, which will take up this space. And I think it's going to be like a long library type building. So I need to get some more bookshelves and stuff. So maybe it'll be kind of like a library with enchanting tables in it. So that should be what I will build today. I have an idea for the house. I have no idea on the enchanting room or library. I do picture it's going to have a lot of glass. I think it'll be from like here over to, I don't want too big, maybe over here. So it's going to be long, really long and narrow. And I don't know if I'll take up the whole space. It may. I may have it take up the whole space. I am going to need to move these horses. I got a few horses here. I've got my main horse over there. I might have to move my puppy. Come on, puppy. Let's come over here. Let's move you over here. There, you can stay there. Yeah, and then the horses, I think I'm going to have to move them. And I may actually I may move them over here, because this is where I picture the stables going, over here where the sheep are. And those sheep, I think those are natural sheep. Yeah, because I've got other sheep over here. So I think my stables will go over here anyhow. So I think I will just migrate the horses over there. Iron golems, I'll let those go loose. They may run into accidents, so I may end up with a little extra iron, but you won't have to witness that. So let's start on this building right here. This should make a fine house because I've got plenty of space. Yeah, if I go over to, so like this. This will be the wall. So yeah, so this is the footprint. Yeah, that's plenty fine for a small little house. Plenty of room. Not much room for a garden or a yard. But I can probably squeeze a small one in over here. If I put the wall of the house. If I do, where's my shovel? So if I make the wall of the house like here. There. This will be the back wall, will be on this cobble. There. I actually didn't realize I could make a path out of that. Yeah, so that should be a fine, because I have a little garden here. Got a door. This could be like a little kitchen living room. And then, yeah, maybe if I do stairs up. Yeah, I should be able to do some stairs up. So I may actually, if I pop this wall out. There. Yeah, so if I do a wall here, so this could actually be stairs up right here. Just pushing it out a little bit. Because I don't really need space all the way over to here. And technically, I could probably get rid of the space here, but I kind of want to keep like an edge, like a little flower edge right there. And then a little flower edge on the back. And the door, I guess I'll put the door over here into the main, so we have a door into the garden. So maybe this will be like the path into the doorway here. So doorway, you come in here, stairs up. Living area here and a kitchen along the back. Probably no heavy windows, but no door out the back. Just one door in the front. And then some garden flowers here. I think that'll be a good design. It's not, of course, it's not what I had planned beforehand, but I think that's going to be a better look for what we need to do. So let me hop right in and start building this, and then we'll have a tiny little tour once I am complete. Hi, just wanted to pop in here real quick. I noticed while I was editing that none of the game sounds for the Minecraft game recorded for these next segments, so I want to apologize that ahead of time. That can be a little annoying. My microphone recorded, just not the game sounds, so we're just going to move forward the video that way. Hope you enjoy. So there we go. I have a nice little two-story building finished here. So inside and outside are all decorated. Same style as all the other ones. I did add a lot more lighting just because I think it looked better with all the lanterns in the corners and stuff. And then once we get in here, I have a simple little front room here with a nice big dining table, tiny little kitchen over here, and then some little couches to lounge in, a little workstation over there. And then up and around, we get into our bedroom area. So we have a nice desk over here to work at. We have a place so we can store our clothes and stuff, and then a nice big bed so we can relax in. I did use got some more books on the shelves, which I think is a nice enhancement to the build. And it looks like the sun is going down, so I'm going to take a nap. And after that, I'm going to go over here, and then we're going to clean out all those bookshelves over there. I gotta get rid of those trees and get rid of these golems and this pin. So let me take a quick nap while the sun is going down here, and then we'll probably pop into a quick time lapse to clean all that up, and then we can start building some more things over there. I'm not going to build my enchanting area. I decided to build some more houses. I kind of made that decision while I was building this one. So now we have all of this all cleared out and ready to build, except for those beehives. And that's why I'm waited till the sun is going down over there, because I have bees that have not gone into the beehive yet. So I need to wait until they are there. And then this path, so we can work on that until the sun goes down. This path is going to go all the way down along the house here. But I want to kind of balance this out. Let's see. So this is going to look, so it looks a little better, I think. And then we're just going to carry this all along here the same way. Now I know initially I was going to build an enchanting building but I think I'm going to move it. Like I said, I'm going to put it in a different spot. So this area, once I get all this path and stuff, is going to all be houses through here. So like the first house is going to go over here, and we'll see what we can get done before the sun gets to a position where it's going to be dangerous. But I do need to pick up those bees, and they only go inside at night, so that's kind of why I waited. But this is going to be like a little narrow house here. And if you haven't guessed, all the houses the same style. So all the white with the dark oak. So we get dark. I've got a little candle problem here. Oh, it looks like the bee has gone inside. Yes, it's nighttime. I do have a couple campfires here, and I've got a silk touch. So I want to make sure we use the silk touch. And then we'll put the campfire here, the one here, and I should be able to pick these up with the bees in them. Well, there we go. That means the bees, there's a bee inside that nest. I guess the other one didn't have a bee. I could have sworn there were two bees floating around, but who knows? The bees get lost, they're stupid, and they die easily. Okay, so now I'm just going to, let me light this up a little bit and then get a little bit of bed. Oh, Laura joined. So let me get some sleep and we can continue on. Ah, I can see now. So I wasn't planning on putting a path here, but it normally, oh dang it. Normally it's kind of naturally looks like there should be a path like straight here across. Yeah, I think I'm going to make that smaller. There we go. Yeah, leave two on sides. So I'm just going to make a smaller path in between these two houses. And it's just all going to be the same, but I think I'm probably going to put in another path in the rest of the, and then finish up the rest of the walkway here. So I probably have maybe a time lapse here, just filling in all these paths and stuff. Okay, now I've got all the paths in. I can put in my next two houses. So I just want to lay out the foundation for this one. This is going to be bigger than the other one, but they're not huge. So I think these houses will look better in this area than one gigantic building kind of crammed in here between the other two. So I'll move that. So I'm just going to have to find another place for my enchanting area. And then all this needs to be cleared out. We're just going to put in dirt, plants, and all that as you normally do. So let me clear all this out and then we'll be back in a minute. So I want to put one more house here, and this is a pretty big space. So maybe I'm going to have like two smaller, almost like a duplex, but non-connected. So like over here, we just kind of fit in a house here. And none of these have really yards, so I think this one, I want to put in a small garden in between both of the houses. So we'll have essentially two identical houses here. And then in between, we'll have a tiny little like garden yard. And then over here, we'll have an identical house with just this spot. Let's just push this over a little bit. Get all those cleared out. I don't know if it's going to be the same size or not. It'll be close. We'll just push this out over here. I don't want to make it too wide because I want to have enough room there for some plants and some benches and stuff. Nothing fancy, just some benches and like little garden, what do they call those, planter boxes and stuff with flowers. And then we'll have a gate at one end, so the only people who can get into it will be from here. So we'll like push this out. So we'll have the doors on this end and then doors going into the garden on either side from each building. So we'll just have the two buildings and the garden right here in the middle. I think that's going to look nice. So I guess we can get started on this building here. So like the floors are going to be all wood. So then I've got the jungle wood, and then I'm going to kind of randomly place this down and then randomly place oak wood in there because I think this looks better to have the mixed medium in there and not just one solid same type of wood. At least that's not the look I'm going for. I want it to be a little warmer since the walls are so white and cold. Door will be over here. I think I'm not going to make you watch me put all the individual blocks down. I'm just going to get started, hop into a time lapse, and then come back and show you what I've got done. Okay, now I've got my buildings all put together. So let's just take a quick look. I'll give you like a little home tour. So we have this first little apartment here, or I guess this, would this be a condo, or do condos have to be attached? I don't know, this is kind of like maybe a townhouse. It's a little two-story. So you got your living room here, kind of an eating kitchen area over here, and then up these modern-looking staircase, you have a nice living area with a a desk and a bed. Pretty simple, straightforward. It does have some nice views out there. Like you can sit here and drink your coffee in the morning and look over the river and watch the iron golem bounce up and down. So you get to this next one. This is the twin houses, I'm calling them. So they're identical houses except for they're joined with the garden in the middle. So you come over here and the houses are identical. We have the living area, another eating kitchen area, and then a living sleeping area upstairs. Then we have this very tiny little garden area in between. And then you get in this one. Well, I guess the furnishings are different because I guess different people would live in the house. But the style, the actual footprint of the house is the same. So this kind of shows you what you can take two identical houses and just by furnishing them in the inside, change them up a little bit. And then let's get to the last one. This one is a little different than the other ones in that I didn't really make it 2 stories. It's a 1 story with a loft. So the loft is the sleeping area up here. And then we come around here and we have our kitchen. So there we go for housing, except it's awful quiet around here because we have no more villagers. They were struck by lightning and murdered by the witches. So I guess the next step is going to be getting some villagers to populate this thing. And I have an idea. So I'm going to try it out, see if it works, and if it does, I'm going to have some villagers. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have to take some extra measures, and it's going to be a bit of a pain, but I will get my villagers done. And I do still need to work on the rest of my high rises. Well, that's kind of weird. The shading, the lighting is just really weird because it looks like those are like brown stones back there, but they're not. They're all white. Everything's out of the same material, so. Oh, even that one. Holy cow, that one over there. That should not be. Yeah, see, it's not. Yeah, once I get over here, it must be. Yeah, it's in the shade far out there in the light. That really looked odd. Well, anyhow, this is it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And I know I thought it was going to be a quicker video. Or at least the time between videos would be shorter. But it seems to, no, I'm not getting them short as I want. But hopefully, maybe I'm going to press and try and get the next video out within a week or so. Because it's, well, that's weird. I guess they've all decided they want to take a bath. But anyhow, I don't want to stretch these things out every 2, 3, 4 weeks like I've been doing. And that's I'm just procrastinating. But life is busy. Although, now that winter is here, life may be a little quieter because I don't have all the outside stuff I'm doing. And when it's pouring down rain and freezing and 40 degrees out, I don't want to be outside doing a bunch of stuff. So I can just kind of cheat and go inside and make some videos. So hopefully The next video will be out sooner than later. But until then, have a great day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.